The Hells Angel members, all of them, were in high alert at this point, knowing his history to carry firearms.
This is the story of Joseph Lancia, the president of the Hells Angels Rhode Island chapter, a man who faced 61 years in prison and reacted in a way you won't believe. Stay with us as we unravel the shocking details of this high-stakes courtroom drama. Joseph Lancia, a 28-year-old Hells Angel and president of the Rhode Island chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. On an ordinary morning, just before 11 a.m., he pulled the trigger on a car driven by Richard Starnino, a prospective club member outside the Hells Angels clubhouse. The bullet pierced the passenger side, missing Starnino but sending shockwaves through the neighborhood. Why? In the Hells Angels world of brutality, but Lancia made it clear Starnino would never make the cut. Just hours later, police descended on the fortified clubhouse.
An off-duty member of the nightclub security in the face.
Armed with a Bearcat vehicle, they stormed in, ending Lancia's reign for now. Lancia faced a cascade of charges, including attempted murder and firearm discharge during a violent crime. The sentence? It could have been 61 years behind bars. But in a shocking twist, prosecutors struck a deal. Lancia pleaded no contest to reduce charges, assault and illegal weapon possession. Judge Kristen Rogers handed down a 5-year prison sentence, 10 years of probation, and an 8-year no-contact order to protect Starnino. Lancia's reaction? Nothing. No emotion, no regret. He sat stone-faced.
Lancia's attorney Joseph Lancia argued the man his client knocked out has a criminal record, is prone to violence, and threatened to kill biker club members.
A cold reflection of the Hells Angels' toxic code of silence and control. This case exposes the savage reality of the Hells Angels, a world where violence is the only currency, loyalty is enforced through fear, and accountability is an illusion. Case 2.
47-year-old Jay Wit, he faces a second-degree charge of murder in the death of 48-year-old William Furlong.
A former Hells Angels member sits stone-faced in the courtroom, his fate hanging by a thread. The room is charged with tension as the judge prepares to deliver a verdict that will forever change his life. This is the story of Jay Wit, a man once feared, now facing the consequences of a crime that shocked Omaha, Nebraska. Charged with manslaughter and weapon offenses, Wit gunned down a fellow gang member in cold blood. Before we continue, quick favor. If you're enjoying this video, hit like and subscribe. 98% watch without subscribing. It's free for you and a game changer for me. Thanks. Now back to the video.
More than a month, police couldn't find him, but today they found a murder suspect during a traffic stop with a gun inside the car.
William Furlong, 48, was last seen entering the gang's clubhouse. By morning, only Jay Wit walked out. 2 days later, Furlong's body was discovered, a single gunshot wound marking the violent end of his life. Surveillance footage and witness accounts revealed a chilling timeline. Wit had arrived with his girlfriend around 2:15 a.m. Furlong entered shortly after, and by dawn, Wit was seen leaving with a plastic bag in hand, meticulously wiping surfaces before disappearing in a vehicle with Virginia plates. Prosecutors painted a clear picture. Wit had killed Furlong following a bitter conflict, attempting to deflect blame onto a rival gang.
Furlong's family, including his wife, had an emotional message for the judge. She asked the judge to look beyond Furlong's appearance and stereotypes that he could be mistaken for and realize many are suffering for the loss of this compassionate man of honor.
Despite Wit's claims of self-defense, the court found no evidence to support his story. As his sentence was read, Wit showed little reaction, offering only a slight nod to someone in the courtroom. Case 3.
Boucher was the head of an elite chapter of the Hells Angels. Everyone knew Mom Boucher was a killer, and he knew everyone knew.
Meet Maurice Mom Boucher, a name that strikes fear and commands attention. Once the ruthless leader of the Hells Angels in Quebec, Boucher's reign was marked by violence, power, and bloodshed. His crimes reached a chilling peak in 1997, when he orchestrated the cold-blooded murders of 2 prison guards, a move that shocked the nation and cemented his place as one of Canada's most infamous criminals. Now serving multiple life sentences for these heinous acts, Boucher's criminal empire and legacy extended far beyond that dark chapter. Stay with us as we delve into the rise and fall of a man who ruled with an iron fist and left a trail of destruction in his wake.
Quebec's biker war raged for 8 years. More than 160 people were killed, and it made the man at the middle of it infamous.
Boucher's reign of violence emerged in the 1990s during a fierce territorial conflict between the Hells Angels and their rivals, the Rock Machine. His disturbing motivation for commanding the executions of officers Pierre Rondel and Diane Levine was to intimidate law enforcement into stopping their recruitment of bikers as informers. Now, this is where the narrative becomes even more sinister. Though initially cleared in a 1998 trial, it was subsequently discovered that the jury had been intimidated. The appeals court nullified the acquittal, and Boucher faced a second trial resulting in conviction. Through his daughter, Alexandra Mongeau, he controlled organized crime in Montreal. One plot involved ordering the assassination of rival gangster Renaud Desjardins. Although Boucher was caught on video making stabbing motions and discussing the murder, the plan was stopped, and he faced new charges of conspiracy to commit murder.
But when Boucher was arrested in 1997, he was already a household name. He wouldn't be behind bars for long, and his reputation was still growing.
During proceedings for this latest charge, Boucher surprised the court by entering a guilty plea. Judge Eric Downs, overseeing the case, characterized Boucher as irredeemable, observing that his admission of guilt showed no genuine contrition. When given a chance to speak to the court, Boucher merely stated, "All is good." Love courtroom drama and real-life justice? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always up to date with our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.